everybody. Oh, we got some people in the house. Let's see before I go start introducing people. We've got Phoenix, Dubby Socks, of course,
Hey,
us that commented on it. So, for anybody coming in later that don't know who we are, I am Mystical Love and Light. We have our co-host Drew, and we've got our guest Sherry and our special guest Christina. So we will start and with Drew introducing herself, and then we'll go to Sherry, and then we'll go to Christina, and then back to me.
welcome everybody. I am, of course, Drew's Paranormal Vlog. I've actually not told you my witchy name on this channel yet. It is Athena. And guys, did you see in my chat on one of my videos that Meg has got me and you as a character in one of her stories?
I know, I love it. Coming
Yay!
out
So that's
Saturday the
amazing.
6th. Yeah,
It's also my
yeah.
birthday that day,
Hello,
so that's
Meg.
a brilliant birthday party for Meg.
Oh,
So thank you, Meg,
wow.
for the birthday present. So all's good here. I'll put it over to Sherry now, that way.
Hello, I'm Sherry from PWI, Paranormal World Investigators. I am a investigator into all things strange and unknown. I am a witch and a practicing shaman. I have lots of interest in the paranormal and all of the things that are strange and unknown. And if you come to like our channels and stuff like that, you can learn a lot of educational stuff. And nice to meet you all. And lots of love and light. And if you like crazy women, you're gonna like us.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, that's a hard
Christina.
one to follow. I'm Christina from Christina and Son Ghost Squad. I think I know most of you, but for whoever I do not know, it is lovely to meet you. I do paranormal, crafting, history, and anything you could possibly want on my channel. Cooking, whatever I feel like that day I do. But I started it off as a paranormal channel because my son was having difficulties in school because he was seeing animal spirits, but he didn't exactly
Oh,
know what that was at 10. So
Hmm.
um, telling a teacher started spiraling into a lot of stuff. So I decided to tell him, no, you're just, seeing ghosts. And I started this to show him what he was seeing, basically.
Very
brilliant.
interesting. Great. Okay, well, for the ones that don't know me, I'm Mystical Love and Light. I'm Rochelle Tennell. I kind of do quite a lot of things. I do workings that I show people how to do on my channel, how to empower themselves with prayers or just in general, people wanting to know how to do certain things. I'll try my best to do a video to show them. It's easier to do it that way than to try to explain it like on a text or something. Um, my husband and I, we go dig up our own crystals out of the crystal mines. We go dig up our own jaspers out of the volcano mines. We have the lava rocks from volcanoes. I do my paranormal investigation. I do have a team that goes with me. I make my own homemade soaps that I have on Etsy that is geared to the spiritual aspect of things. I do spiritual lip glosses that I make myself. They have different kind of crystals in it. Certain ones for like money, if you're going to go look for a job or things like that. They're all different. Let's see. I sell spiritual stuff on my Etsy shop. I also sell like vintage and collectible things on Mercari and eBay. My husband, he makes witchy sculptures, and I
Yeah.
sell those on YouTube and also on Etsy. I do pendulum readings, I throwing bones, and osteomancy readings, and pretty much that's what I do. So what our show is about today is the strange and unknown. So we have invited Christina to come on since she does paranormal investigations and stuff. I've watched a few of her videos and some of them were quite spooky, things that I could see. So she's coming. Hey, Danny and Suze. So she's also, and Meg, she's also coming on to um, give us some things that she's experienced, whether it's UFOs, paranormal, cryptids, whatever. We're just open. Anybody has any questions for any of us, jump in there and ask.
Yep, definitely, guys. Just ask away. So, Christina, how did you get into this crazy world? I was going to ask, but you've just explained. So, what was
Yeah.
happening with your son? What was
So
happening?
yeah. So basically, I always had a little thing with the paranormal, but when I was young. But my mother told me, because back then it wasn't popular. Shut
Yes.
your mouth. They're gonna put you in the mental institution. Don't
Exactly.
think about it. It's just deja vu. It's that she didn't want me to talk about it. Nothing. So I didn't because your mother told you, and that's it. You didn't want to go to the funny farm. Um, so I didn't really think about it. Then my mother passed away, and I wanted to talk to her. So I kind of like tried different uh, things to try to talk to her after she passed away, and I was doing that, but I didn't involve my son. And then she died when he was 5. So I tried a few different things, and I started watching YouTube and seeing how all now paranormal was kind of like, wow, like everybody was doing it. So I was like, oh, it's you know, everybody's doing it. So it's not weird that I'm trying to talk to my mother. Although the way she was when she was alive, I'm like, maybe she doesn't, she doesn't want to talk, I don't
Exactly.
know. And then when my son turned 10, the school called me and said we can't let him back in school until he gets a psych evaluation, and you should take him to the hospital. I'm like, excuse me? So I went down to the school and I'm like, why? And they're like, he's seeing like animals. And then, they talk to him like, yeah, he has a vivid imagination. It's fine, and they're like, no, he has to go to the hospital. I'm like, no, I'll take him to a psychologist or a psychiatrist, but I'm not taking him to the hospital, you know? So I
Uh-huh.
took him to a psychologist, a child psychologist who said he was fine. So I called the school and they're like, no, we want him to go to the hospital. I said, okay, he's not coming back to school. Then give me a package. I'll homeschool. And they were
Oh.
kind of like, what? And I'm like, yeah, and they're like, well, um, okay, send him back and we're gonna, watch him. And I don't know, he said something else to them and they flipped out and they called me again and I took him home and I was like, listen to me. You're gonna go to the funny farm. And that's where my mother came. I'm like, they're gonna put you in the funny farm. I said, this is very normal. He's like, it's normal. Nobody else does. I'm like, no. I mean, it's normal for people who are specially
Yeah.
gifted. I said, come on, we're gonna go somewhere. And I got him a camera from the thrift store, and I grabbed my phone, and I took him to supposedly the most haunted place in Long Island. Still thinking, like, I don't know how this will go, kind of thing. And I took him to right behind Pilgrim State. There used to be Edgewood Preserve, so they made this a preserve because they knocked down the psychiatric hospital. And so I'm like, let's go walk here. They say, and I said, you're going to see. I went with him. We were walking and I started hearing voices. And I'm like, shit, I'm the crazy
Oh,
one.
no.
And I'm
Here before he does.
like, hello? I never heard a disembodied voice before in my life. And I was like, holy cow, I could hear them. And I was like, Jonathan, you hear that? And he's like, no, I don't. And then I was like, hello, is anyone there? And so he filmed and I filmed. And basically, he caught on his camera. On my camera, I caught some disembodied voices, orbs. But he, on his camera, caught rocks being thrown at us, disembodied voices, and a little tiny spirit with antlers. When
Wow.
I watched
Huh.
that footage back, I was like, oh my God, paranormal really
Yeah.
exists. But not only
Yeah.
that, it's like everywhere. Like, well, I don't know, you know. And
Mhm.
so then I said, oh no. Once I saw that little thing on the screen, that was it. I was full blown into it.
Amazing.
And
See,
that's how I got into it.
me and Sherry can see them all the time and hear them too. So that's like
Yeah.
something. Oh, and I wanted to tell everybody too in the chat. If Sherry happens to disappear, it's because she's having issues with her phone and her battery is not wanting to charge, and she's just
Yeah, it's
It's
nothing
hanging
to
at
do
in
with
two
last
there.
percent.
week.
Yeah.
It's at 2%. Literally at 2%. It's so I will drop
So
at some point.
okay, all right. So when
Okay.
she disappears, so y'all know she's okay. It's just her
Yeah.
phone's going dead.
In case
Okay,
you think it's
sorry.
anything to do with last week.
I will try to get back on, but I'm gonna have to have my phone off to charge a bit.
Okay,
Okay, dokie.
okay,
Yeah.
great, great.
Yeah. Yes, and Meg, that was only my first investigation.
Wow.
Then after that, I always heard disembodied voices, and I can see things sometimes, but mostly it's audio. Um, and visual is more like they'll drop something, they play with my lights, stuff like
Yeah.
that, so that I would get my pendulum so I could talk to them. They want to talk to me. That's how they do it, though. They'll make something fall off my shelf, or or I'll hear them, or
Get your attention.
So, but most I don't see, like, very rarely do I see with my eyes
Mhm.
full blown, apparitions. Sometimes
Yeah.
so
I think
fast.
that's rare though, isn't it? That is quite rare that to see them as full blown as that. So what about your son then? Did he I take it, well, it is Christina and son, so did he keep going out with you then after that?
He went out a lot with me. Only if to get out of the house and to hang out too, because he loves
Right.
exploring and so do I. So, but once then, he was 10 when we started. Once he was like 12 and he saw like all the footage we were getting and the stuff,
Yeah.
he no longer was like, never talked about it in school. I never had any problem anymore. He like was like,
Uh,
oh, ghosts. It's not a big deal. Not everybody can see them. And he understood what it was. And
Right.
like I said, he has a special gift because he can see and hear animal spirits. Um,
Wow.
so which most people can't. So
Yeah.
you know.
Amazing.
yeah, that's I had watched one of your videos, and you were seeing it was like a fog, a mist. Not like in general, if you're outside and it's real foggy and you're like, dang, it's foggy, but actually a fog that was its own entity. And Christina, you even mentioned you could see it, and yet we could also see it, watch it. At least I could very clearly. And it was like coming like towards you where you were,
Yeah.
where you were at. I could clearly see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And I
seen that.
was,
Was that the one that's up in the cemetery between two headstones or something?
well, it was in a cemetery. I do know that.
Okay,
I don't
I think
remember
that's
too
what.
much detail because it's been a while since I had
Yeah.
seen it, but I was hoping that other people could see it, and not just people with gifts, but hoping other people could actually see it.
A
I'm just.
lot of the stuff that I caught, which like even Danny had said to me one time, how do you catch all this stuff? Like visual stuff, like
Yeah.
you know, green mists and
Oh.
big big black mist coming at me and tons of orbs and just like spirits and windows. And he's like, um one of my last paranormal videos was um in Astoria, and it was called The Lady in White. And basically I told the story about the Lady in White, and I was talking with the spirit on my spirit box app. And as I was going, and like people are coming, so I was about to leave, and I'm like, okay, spirit, we'll talk to you later. And they're like, wait. I asked, could I see them on, camera? Anyway, and I was like, oh, but we gotta go because we're scaring the locals here. And they're like, wait. And I didn't really hear the weight on the spirit box, but my aunt like stopped me to show me this house. And when I turned around, I caught the spirit of him.
Wow. It
So I
wanted you to
was
see
like,
it.
yo, I asked him and he came, so I can't complain. You
That's
know, like,
brilliant. They
Wow.
obviously liked you, so they wanted to show themselves to you.
well, spirits like me because I can cross them over, and I've
All
crossed
right.
over
Okay.
more than 4,000 at least. So
Oh,
they
Wow.
wow. So is
come.
that up at the old
Well,
asylum
it's not
place then?
like, oh, I'm gonna talk to this lady because she's nice. No, this somebody told them, hey, this lady crosses over spirits, and
Right.
now like wherever I go, usually one comes with me. Home. You know, I
Yeah.
can't
Wow.
take one thing home from anywhere that doesn't have a spirit in it. I ordered something from Etsy. It came with a spirit. I was like,
Oh,
what is
wow.
going on?
So
You're
what
just a
kind of
magnet.
spirit? What kind of spirit was it?
It was an older woman, and she was a family member of who sent the package, but she knew if she came here, she was going to
Right.
get crossed over. So she came in the package.
Wow, that's amazing.
I had never heard of that. Well, okay, I know you can pick up stuff, but I never heard of them coming to you so
Gonna
that
blow
they
my
can be
nose about
crossed
2 seconds.
over.
Gonna
Okay,
blow my nose.
okay. So I had never heard of that they come to you just for that. That's a gift in itself right there.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they
they,
can
they,
definitely.
yeah,
So
and
that's
I didn't think I could do it, because they would tell me, what I used to do was, since I got really into it in the beginning, I felt bad because most of the spirits were children. And I was like, no, I have to help them. I told them I'm going to call, like, I'm going to find a really good medium. I'm going to find somebody they're going to cross you over, you know? Well, turns out half of these mediums, the big ones anyway, are not really mediums and they don't cross people over. And then, like, you know, other ones that are actually real mediums, and I say, oh, and they're like, oh no, I don't do that. It's too much energy. And I'm like, is there something wrong with you people? There's children here
Oh,
who want to be reunited with their friends. You're not gonna cross them over?
oh
And she's
wow.
like, no, I don't do that. I'm like, so I sat there with these baby spirits, and I'm like, you gotta teach if you want to go, because obviously, you know. And I sat there with my pendulum and my spirit rods and my spirit box until they explained to me how I could do it. And I
Yeah,
started
that's
doing it.
what I've always
Obviously, I
worried
could
about
always
is
do it, but
babies.
I didn't know how.
Right.
was
That's what
was
I've
that
always worried about is kid spirits and babies. How would you even start to explain, you know?
well. See, when I'm like somewhere and I feel like somebody needs to be crossed, I just tell them they're welcome to follow me out of that area, like outside. And then from there, they can't follow me to the vehicle, but they follow the light from that point on if they want to, because some of them don't want to, that
Right.
I've been around, then they can. So how do you do it, Christina? How do you, what's your process of it?
Uh, so, how the easiest way they told me to do it was, so basically, I sit there with the alphabet and I find the name of the person that's already crossed that can come and cross them over.
All
Whoever's
right.
grandmother, their brother, their sister, their long lost aunt, whoever. I sit there, with an alphabet and my pendulum, and I'm like, is it, and the alphabet has different colors. Is it a letter with pink that their name starts with? So I find their name, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna ask for Anne. Turn on my SB7 because you can't do it with your Spirit Box app. It has to be like an SB7 or an SB11, like
Yeah.
to reach everybody. So I turn on the spirit box and I'm like, hi, I'm looking for Paul, who's related to Sarah. She wants to cross over. Can you come get Sarah? And I also have some other people. Would you be kind enough to cross them over? And then
That's nice,
That's
isn't it?
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm confused on the color theme. Explain that part again.
because I have to know, like, what letter their name starts with, what's the first letter, second letter. So the alphabet has colored letters. So there's a group of letters that are pink, a group of letters that are purple,
All
a group
Oh,
that are
right.
that's
yellow.
good.
So then I
Yes.
say, does your loved one's name start with a pink letter? And there's 5 pink letters, and I'm like, and they say yes. I'm like, okay, it's A or
Oh, so
Hmm.
it
so it's
narrows
easier to
it narrows it down the letters into
right.
groups.
Some of them
Okay,
can't
interesting.
speak
That's a
to
good
me.
idea.
You know, some of them can. They can't. You know, it's very few I find can really like talk like disembodied where people can
Yeah.
hear. You know, it takes a lot
Hmm.
of energy. You know, the younger ones can't do it. A lot of the younger ones can't even do the pendulum. Like it, so it's a process sometimes
Yeah.
to get them
You're relying on your
crossed
gift,
over.
aren't you? A lot more.
Yeah,
That's amazing. Honest, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
I've never heard of that before. So see, that's something that all of us and whoever's
I've
watching.
always wanted to learn how to cross the spirits over. I've never came across anything like that yet where I've felt I've had to, except for that one night. I don't know if he crossed or no. The first night I got attacked on my spirit box. No, it wasn't. I was on the spirit box when I was talking to Chris the very first night. I jumped straight off and went onto my altar and asked for protection. So I don't know if they crossed the spirit over or what, but I've always wanted to learn how to do it. I know
Yep.
Uncle Danny does it with water, pouring water. That looks interesting way to do it.
Yeah, and everybody has their own way. And I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've only met very few people who will do it, who can do
uh,
it.
that's
Some say
crazy.
they
I
do
just
it,
had it
but
in
they
the
don't,
food.
you know? So,
Weird.
but the few people who actually can do it that I know, 5 people in total, all
Yeah,
do it a different way.
yeah. Because
brilliant.
like I say, I just take them out the door or the area wherever they're at, and then from there, I tell them not to follow me to my vehicle, but from there, they can follow wherever they see the light at to go ahead and if they want to cross over, that's where they need to go.
So can
That's
you
kind of
see the
how
light then? Do you see the light as well, or does the spirit just see the light?
I can't see the light as in oh there it is or there it is, but I can
Right,
feel there's a light there for them to
right.
follow.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
like a
interesting.
warmth. It's like a warmth that you would
Right.
feel.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, it's like I do use the pendulum to talk to them and stuff, but I'm more of a hands-on sort of crosser. So I'll
Hello,
actually
anonymous
physically
speak
speak to them,
Yeah.
and
Anonymous.
hey,
Hello,
um,
everybody who
I
came in.
will I will physically like speak to them and explain to them that where they are isn't where they need to be. They can go off to another place. I have spiritual energies that have been attached to me from a very young age that help spirit to go. So I just call on my energies and I say I need the child or the person's name to be took over to their family. That I normally get information about like their family members with children. They don't really know their parents by name. They'll know their parents by mum or dad. So you've kind of got to get to know them and their
Hmm.
background and where they come from to be able to connect that. And Aura will go and look for that relative and bring that relative to get the child. When I'm there, I physically see the light come. I can see them walking into the light. I can see the
Okay.
relatives standing there waiting, and I can see that Aura is safe as well. And I will use a candle and stuff as well. And I never go off of the area that they're at. I will move to another space and go, if you follow me here, I can help you. I pray over them. I speak to them. I light up candles because the light of a candle is the symbolization of the light that they need to go into, and that's how I do it. I use candles like Pups uses water. You know what I mean? I do the candle
Right.
side of it. So
Mhm.
for me, I can always tell when it comes because I'll see the light come down and I'll see them turn to me, and I'm like, don't focus on me anymore.
Yeah.
Focus on what you're seeing in front of you and
Hmm.
walk forward and just
Yeah.
listen to me guiding you. And
Right.
Aura's normally there holding their hand if it's a kid, or if it's
Yeah.
an
Oh,
adult,
See,
just
I don't
walks
see
next
the.
to them.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
see the
So,
light. I just feel the warmth, but I don't see
right.
the
yeah,
light.
but everybody sees it differently and feels it differently.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Yeah.
different, isn't it? You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Wow.
Interesting.
Thank
we're
you,
all
ladies, for
different,
what
but
you
we're all
do.
none of us are doing anything wrong. We just all got a way that we can do it and what works for us. You know what I mean? That's what's
Right.
easiest for us. You know what I mean? So
Definitely check out Christina's channel, guys. She's got an amazing channel. She's also does crafts and things on there. which is great. I love it.
Yeah,
Even though it's
craft,
looked at as a gift, I don't
cooking.
see it as a gift.
I
I
have
don't
some
see what I have as
history
a gift.
walk.
If any of the mods that's in here, if y'all want to put Christina's channel on here, well, actually, I think Christina, aren't you already? You're in blue, right?
I
Yeah,
can do
Christina's
it.
in
Yes,
blue.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
so
I
she's
can.
in blue. So all you gotta do is just click on her name, and don't forget to subscribe to everybody else, each other. We're all here to support each other. Everybody is
Welcome
here
in,
for
Brent.
each other. Oh yes, welcome in, Brent. Um, so make sure you do that. So what we're doing right now for the ones just coming in, we are listening to Christina and all of her fabulous things that she's telling us that she's run across in her paranormal adventures and anything else of the spirit, unknown, strange, whatever it is, we're all ears.
So,
Yeah,
what's the
definitely.
strangest thing do you think you've seen then?
Um, the strangest thing
Hmm.
I think was the first, which was the little guy with the antlers, because I
Right.
never, I mean, little, like an elf-sized spirit
Wow,
with antlers. I never seen
that's
any
crazy,
small
isn't
spirit
it?
again like that, So it was
See, it makes you
amazing to
wonder
me.
then if that was because it was your son's camera
Thank
and
you,
that he could
Phoenix.
see that they appeared to him. So that makes you wonder if that's because it was his camera, doesn't it?
Yeah, because we were filming separate, and I mean, I wasn't filming that exact spot at the time, so you know. But I did my video first in two parts where you'll hear disembodied voices and stuff like that. But and then I did his almost a year later for like a Halloween special.
Right,
I always wanted to go back, but it's in storage and find the original SD card that
right.
it's on and go back and re-look at the whole entire thing,
I know,
But
that'd be amazing. So have you went back there then to the actual
tons
location?
of time.
Right, and is it
And we
different
went
every
to
time?
the back. Yeah, because after we the first time, we went back, and it's funny, if I'm not with my son, I don't catch his.
Wow,
They
Really?
it's
like
like
him.
a
Yeah,
beacon.
like when I'm with him, I catch more in that particular place. They like him.
Right. Mm-hmm.
They we caught green mist. Um, another time we went and we kind of got caught like at like dusk, and you see all the mists were green.
Right.
So that place is just
It just
paranormal
makes you
haven.
wonder
That
why
place
they're
is,
different colours. I know. I mean, why does it
um,
go different colours? That's crazy, isn't it? Why sometimes it's just a clear mist, other times it's green, other times it's black. What changes it? Do you know, Mystical?
Say that
You
again. I
ever
was reading the chat.
have you
uh, be,
ever figured out what makes it change colour of you, Christina? Why it's different sometimes to others? The
no, and
colours of the mist.
I can only imagine it's the different energy that they pick up to try to show themselves.
Yeah,
That's
probably.
why I think maybe there's different colors because it's a different energy they pick up, you know?
Right. Yeah.
See, mine. It's more instead of more of a light, it's more of a whirlwind
Right.
than a light. That's it.
Yeah.
That's very, very interesting. I was trying to hit some of these. Thank you,
Comments.
Meg, for having everybody hit the thumbs up.
We're just reading the
Thanks,
comments,
So,
Tina.
guys. Welcome in, Deborah. Hi, Uncle Danny. Oh, it's
Sherry, I
Dobby.
can't
She's
find.
saying. Hi,
Brent.
Dobby.
Okay,
Hello, Brent.
Bryn, if you can't find Sherry's channel, Sherry? You're still in blue, right?
Yeah.
You type in PWI
I
Spirit
can't
Talk and
put
it'll come up.
nothing into the chats. I'm on my phone, so I can't do my
Yeah.
links. I can't
Oh,
do anything
It'll
on
let me
it.
see if I
disappear.
can
Which is
find
really
Okay.
Sherry.
frustrating.
Okay, but if you're still blue, all they should have to do is just click on your name, though,
Hang on a minute.
right?
Let me
Yeah,
say
blue
hello.
as
Let me say
well.
hello
You've
in the
got
room
to
to
be
you
blue.
guys. I'll say hello to
You've
you,
got to
and
be
then
blue
you
as
should be able
well,
to click on
guys.
my name
Okay, that'll work.
and do that.
Okay.
Oh no, it's only letting me do it on the studio, but it's not letting me do it on the main chat.
Yeah, it's 'cause it's running in Chrome. They don't let you comment.
Yeah, it doesn't. It
Oh.
doesn't let you. No.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I
you can only
gotcha.
put your own stream.
I said I gotcha. I
Done.
have two phones for this
S-
particular reason. There you go.
So,
That's Sherry's link up.
okay, you already
Brilliant. There
got
you
it?
go, guys.
Yeah.
You got Sherry's link? Where's Sherry's link? I don't see it.
I
Oh,
put it up
Sherry's
there.
not.
Oh,
Oh, that's
yeah.
their phone out of charge.
Okay, I see it there.
Yeah.
Her phone's ran out of
No,
charge, guys. She'll be back in 10 minutes if she gets it charged enough.
yeah. Okay, so there's PWIs. Okay.
Thank you, Christina.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Oh,
Thank you, Tina,
Phoenix.
too.
Phoenix got it too. Well, good. Everybody's getting it.
Yeah, she'll be back, guys. She'll charge up for 10 minutes.
Yep, yep.
You're sad
So,
that my dad said goodbye to me in blue-green mist, then hovered over my son's bed, then flew out the window. Oh, wow, Meg. Brilliant.
Oh. So it could be too, like green maybe is for people that you know, and then we don't
Yeah,
know. I'm gonna ask that question to them tonight.
oh,
I'm gonna
definitely.
find out.
That's the kind of things I like to know, though. What makes it different? You know? Why is it green sometimes and not others? Stop.
Right.
does that have anything to do with their aura on
You
when
know
they're
what?
crossing over?
My ex could see auras, and he said spirits are white. If they're ghosts, they're white. They're all white. They're spirits. Doesn't it's not like us.
Right.
Auras are different, and they're white. He goes, if if there's something, if a spirit, something that's not alive, has a color, it's usually an angel,
Right. Go
a
up.
demon, or an elemental. Those are where your
Right in.
colored
Right in.
spirits usually come in.
Huh.
Color, yeah,
Okay.
color, auras. Because like I said, he could see auras. So spirits have white or like a clear, like misty thing. Angels have colors depending on what kind of angel they are. And demons have color or auras. And elemental.
See, when I see whether it's spirits or shadows or uh, evil entities or good entities or babies or animals or anything, I don't see their aura. I see them to where they look like you and me, like a human there. Now, like like full apparitions and all of that. Even the shadows, even the shadow figures. I mean, you can't make out like a face or anything, but you can make out like features, even like of them moving or walking or gliding. But I don't see color. I just see them all together like that.
Right. It's interesting how everybody sees it different, isn't it?
Uh huh. Yep. So that's I don't know.
Is there anywhere that you go then that you keep getting pulled back to? Like wherever you're sitting and you think, I'm going to go investigating, is there somewhere that always comes into your head that you feel as if you're drawn back?
Always Edgewood. that was the place. Edgewood and the smallpox hospital, which I did end up going back finally.
Right.
But I really would like to go like at night to
Oh,
the smallpox. It you can't go in it. You can't go. You can only walk around it or gated. You know.
right.
And it's on an island, so to get there, it's like I can go on the ferry or I can go like on a train. Get
Right, so it's
to the
quite
island. If I stay really late, who knows? And then I don't know how
right.
the neighborhood is, or
Right, yeah. I
so
don't
kind of
blame
a
you.
little nervous to go at night, because I've had bad experiences not so much with people, but with spirits. So
Right. Wow. It's usually the opposite, isn't it? Usually
Yeah.
people are working with spirits.
Yeah, because I'm more worried all the time about a normal person coming around the corner than I am,
Me
a
as well.
spirit coming around the corner.
yeah,
Yeah.
I find that most people like that I've run into doing this, um, I older woman, I should say, older woman scared me to death when I went to Pilgrim State. I wanted to go, like, it was like a water tower or something, and I wanted to go look in it, and she was sitting in there in a beach chair, but I didn't expect her, to
Well,
be
no wonder
there.
you didn't expect
A
her.
homeless woman, and I was like, oh, hi. I just wanted to look in here because I want to film for
Wow.
YouTube.
Oh my
And
goodness.
she was like, yeah, okay. But
Try enough.
and
How funny.
and you're scared because you hear all these horrible things about homeless people attacking,
Yeah. Yeah.
paranormal investigators. So when I saw her, I was like, she's gonna kill me, But she was totally cool, and I was like, oh, okay.
Well, especially a female if you're out by yourself. It's like, oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
My husband gets so worried every time I'm out somewhere. And I told him I was going to do that other graveyard by myself, and he's like, no. Because up here we have a lot of wild animals, so he's more worried about the wild animals because he knows I always
Yeah.
have protection on me. If a person actually comes up, but with the wild animals and stuff, he said I'd never be able to get to you in time, which is true.
Well, that's true. You
Yeah.
need to be
So I
careful.
told him, I said, well, in the daytime when we're driving around and stuff like that, I'll take a very few, like the camcorder. I'll have my phone, a few devices. And I told him, I said, I'll make sure wherever you park, I'll stay in visual contact to where he won't interfere with no sound or anything like that, but he'd be able to, to keep an eye on me. And so
Is there
I
no
think- I
churches
think-
in town? Is there no any churches with a cemetery in town or anything where there's people around so there won't be any wild animals?
I'm
No?
laughing at you. Yeah, right. Okay, we're in the mountains. Okay.
Yeah. But usually
The bear's gonna come out whether it's day, night, or there's people or not.
Well, true.
Yeah, like the dogs that those German shepherds. I
Yeah.
thought they were gonna take me down the other day. Two big German. There's a guy that moved in from California. You remember the haunted place I went to? I told you that I went and I videotaped it and stuff where it says
Yeah.
run. Okay.
Yeah.
Guy from California bought the whole property back there, and there's been trucks of they're logging all the wood back there is what they're doing. Okay,
Right.
so I can't even go back there no more because somebody bought that, and he has 3 grown German shepherds. I've seen them out before because I've seen them running down the road. Well, they were out here a couple of days ago when I told you about it. And, with the stray cats around here, they were in a frenzy. You know how
Right.
how a pack does? I mean, they're just chasing them everywhere, and they went across the street. Well, the guy across the street normally has small kids over there because he has a tractor trailer place. So
Yeah.
people go look at the trailers and stuff, and they have their kids and stuff. So I was like, oh, shoot. So I stepped outside of the gate to see where they went. Those dogs saw me, and they just made a beat, barking and growling, and made a
Ooh.
bee run for me. And the first time I didn't have my firearm on me. Lee keeps telling me, don't go outside without it, because you know where we're at. I didn't have it on me. So when I turned, those dogs had already seen me. They made a beat, and they're grown, so they're
Right.
standing. They come like to this. They weren't this far away from my body, growling and barking, because they were already wired up from chasing
Yeah.
the cats and stuff. All I could do is I had my hands like this, because they go for your throat first. So I had
Wow.
my hands like this, and they were literally like right here. So I said, go home, thinking they would listen and go home. No, they approached me even closer. And I knew I couldn't turn to run. There's no way I could do that. So I
You
just
probably
stayed.
punish them if you run.
Yeah, I just stayed like this, and Lee heard the barking. Well, he had the BB gun, so he walked outside in the back and seen him right there. So he started not shooting at him because my
Yeah.
body was to his back, and they were in the front of me. But shooting so they could hear it. Well, they ran a little ways and they stopped. Lee ran back out in to get his weapon, and when he
Yeah.
went back out, they were already hauling it for home. But
Wow.
yeah, and that's domestic animals. These
You'll have
guys.
to be careful outside then.
I know it. So I told him, I said, never again am I gonna go out there without it. I mean, I just stepped out to see if there were any kids or anything close by because those dogs were just going crazy. And
Wow.
yeah, and I stepped out, and then when they saw me, and they were already, and I knew I didn't have time to turn, and get in the gate and close it before they would have been right there on top of
Yeah.
me. But
Yeah, because if you run, it would probably encourage them because they've been chasing cats all day.
yeah, well, exactly, and that's just it. So, I mean, we've had, on our cameras and stuff in the back, it's taken like a pack of coyotes and everything right there in the backyard. The, bears, cub out there, there's all kinds of stuff. So that's why he says if you're somewhere, there's no way I could get to you in time.
Yeah.
If an animal, if it was a person or something like that, chances are he
Yeah.
would, but an animal, no, he says you ain't gonna go
Okay.
by yourself. But I told him, I said, if it's just somewhere and we're out and it's an open area or something like that, just park somewhere and then I can do an investigation myself or something. Because with my
Yeah.
team, sometimes one can't get off, the other can't get off, or they got kids, maybe they're sick, or you got a babysitter or whatever. So I'm just gonna start carrying a little bit of my equipment with me, so in case we can stop somewhere. But
Yeah, well,
sorry,
yeah.
Christina, I didn't mean to take over your thing.
That's okay. It's your channel. I just wanted to answer Dobie's question, and she has it for both you and me. Her question is for Mystical and Christina, have you experienced cryptid being around your area? So, not in Queens, but when I first moved into my trailer in Long Island, people thought I was, again, people think I'm nuts. I heard this noise that I can't even describe the noise. I never heard it before, but I knew it was some kind of maybe animal. So I went outside to look for it. I couldn't, I didn't go outside, I should say, because it was scary. I opened the curtains to my big
Sometimes it's even
door,
scarier looking out the curtains.
to look to see if I can see it. So the first night I didn't see it. The second night I heard it. I jumped up and I was like, oh no, I'm going to see what this is, And I run and I open the curtain and all of a sudden this thing turns and looks at me. At first I thought it was a bear. And I was like, yeah, maybe it's a bear. Then I thought it was a boar. But it looked at me, it made eye contact with me. I'm like, oh, I'm dead. I hope this glass is thick because
Yeah,
thing
protect
jumps
you.
through the.
Yeah, definitely.
I just like took away my eye contact to just look at his like features really quick, and then he just shot off. I'm like, thank God he didn't come through the door. And it really was probably the size of the. It was a size of like a really big wolf or boar. It had a pig nose, but it had not a squiggly tail like a pig. It had like a little tiny, I don't know, stubby tail. The only way I can describe it. And it was hairy, and it had ears like a dog.
Wow.
I don't know. I searched everywhere. There's no kind of animal like that. Definitely none in Long Island. And when I tell people, and I'm like, maybe it was like a baby bear that, I don't know, was deformed. I don't know, because it was fast,
Yeah.
And people are like, oh yeah, the Long Island bear. Christina sees Long Island bears. And I'm like,
Oh no.
screw you. So yeah, that was my only kind of real cryptid like sighting, and the noise that it made, I'll tell you, I searched everything, even for the sound that would make. I
Was
don't
there
I
any
don't
smell?
know what it is to this day.
Any smell? They
Once
say
it
there's a
saw
smell.
me. What, honey?
Was there any smell? They say that when they're around, there's a smell.
I was, like I said, it only came the 2 times. It was like in the middle of the night, and the reason why I
Right.
jumped up, it was because I heard it, and the
Right.
sound was something crazy. And when I
Wow.
ran to the door to look, the first time I didn't see it.
Right.
That's I mean, I saw something, but it was so fast that I thought
Yeah.
maybe it was just a dog that was
Yeah.
dying or something. I don't know. But the second night, when I looked out, the doors that I had were these big, heavy sliding doors. So
Right.
I didn't smell anything through it. And
Yeah.
I was not walking out that damn door once I saw that.
Don't blame you.
I don't care if it ran away or not. I was thinking the next day I wasn't going out either.
Never getting back out again.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, see,
What about you?
my experience is really similar to that in a way. Um, this was in Texas because I used to live in Texas. Actually, I was born in Texas, but we were out hunting on 10,000 acres, and my boss was with me. And begin with, he's a lousy shot. Okay, I say that for a reason. Okay, so we saw this black thing. Now it was as big as a full grown cow or a full grown bull. Okay,
Wow.
but it wasn't a cow. And we were trying to say also too, maybe that's a big boar because a lot of times the ranchers will castrate them, turn them loose, and they get bigger. Okay,
Oh, wow.
but looking at it from a distance and the shape of it, we were like, no, that's not a boar either. But what is it, Bennett? It's as big as a cow. So I wasn't going to approach it. Now, my boss says to me, because like way at a distance from it, there was a tree that leaned like this, where you could like go up the tree. He told me, you go to it, let it chase you, and you run for that tree, and when you go up the tree, I'll shoot it. Now, this guy is a bad shot, okay? A bad shot. I said, because he was a pretty hefty guy, and I said, are you effing crazy? You go over there and let it chase you, and I'll shoot it while it's chasing you. I said, because you ain't even going to make it up that tree. Like that. But we don't know what it was. I mean, it stayed there for a while looking at us. It turned so we could see the size of it. To this day, we don't know what it is. It stayed there for a long time. But we were too scared to approach it. He wanted me to run. I'm like, bullshit. I'm like, you're fucking crazy. And I was like, no way, no how. So we got my other boss was in a truck. So we got in the back of the truck and he turned the truck and we went to chase it while we were in the back of the truck holding on. But it took off, so we never found it again. The brush was way too thick for us to drive a vehicle in. But that was the only time that I saw something that huge that I could not, explain what it was.
Wow.
So,
Crazy.
Meg says, how scary for you. I'm so glad you're okay. I think she's talking probably about you, Christina.
Yeah. I was just answering Meg. Yes, she's like, my whole family is from Long Island and the Bronx, and there were many ghost and creepy things. Long Island was the worst.
Right. Oh, stop it.
Queens, I've done a few things in Queens and Manhattan. Nothing really, and I don't know if it's because there's so many people here, the ghosts just don't even bother, like,
Yeah.
In Long Island, it's insanity. There's like, I'd say there's like probably 15 ghosts lined up on every block. If I had to guess. Like, that's how many are there, like probably not all on that block, but if you would count 15 to every block there was in Long Island, that's about how many spirits are probably.
Wow.
Wow. My son says Savannah, Georgia is real haunted too, that there's a lot of haunted places. And my other
Yeah,
son,
I've
he,
heard that about Savannah.
yeah,
I've heard that.
yeah. So we're gonna want to make like a couple day trip over there or something like that, and get my
It's
son and
beautiful as well, though, and
daughter-in-law.
so that other place is at Charleston, Savannah. I've
Um,
noticed on a couple of videos the other people that Charleston is beautiful as well. It's all like the right old looking Western times. So definitely
yeah,
try and film there.
yeah. So
Get historical looking.
yeah, we were actually going to go on vacation there, and that way we could do some investigations. But now that Lee is retired, we've got to be more picky about, where we're going at what time, and all this stuff. But we still want to do it and call him Rowdy, and I wish my other son James could go too. But we'll have to call
Yeah.
him up and see if we can, make like a day of it, or a night of it or something like that, and hit at least two or three places.
New
So
Orleans, yeah, Bren. I would love to go there. See somewhere really, really different cultures and things. That would be amazing.
yeah. So Christine, what are some places that you've gone to that you would never go back to again?
There isn't one, actually.
So
Because my scariest experience happened when I wasn't doing paranormal and it was in the street with the paranormal.
Wow.
So it
Right.
wasn't at an actual spot that I went purposely for paranormal. So I w- it was weird. I was filming a vlog, a historical vlog for the channel, and I was showing them the most historical block in Bayshore, Long Island. And I was walking
oh, hello,
and
Silver Knight Kyle.
I I was walking and I'm with my camera and I'm telling them about the block and look at this and look at that. And I'm standing on the corner and all I hear in my ear loud is next. And I spin, do a total 360, and you hear it loud as day on the camera too. I do like a 360 and I'm like, hello? like
Wow.
uh you know well, next meaning next to harass me because he followed me home. After that, for almost a month, like I wasn't myself. Every paranormal place like that I went on YouTube, who they turned on their spirit box, it would say you're haunted. I went to
Wow.
Yeah, it said you're haunted like every time. And
Wow.
I'm like, who's haunted? Like, it wasn't clicking at first.
Yeah,
And then I went into Lou Rock. Now, Lou Rock's a big YouTuber, right?
Yeah.
Went into Lou Rock, and he has that machine that he made,
Yeah.
and he turned it on. I had just went in. I didn't type yet. I did not
Wow.
type anything in the chat. I had just went into the room. He was just turning it on, and the first thing that came out of that box's voice, out of his box, was Christina and Son. Well, I was like, they are trying to tell me something. Like,
Yeah.
like they're trying to tell me something. Like I was just having this. And so I was like, okay, I gotta figure out what's going on or whatever. And then I'm like, am I like, maybe, I have an attachment. That's what it is. Like
Yeah.
saying I'm haunted. I went to one place. So I went to this one place and I was talking to them. They were like, it was a 9/11 memorial for the
Right.
people who passed away in Bayshore, in
Right.
like
Okay.
town. So they had a
Yeah.
little memorial that they made for a few people who died in 9/11. So I went there and I was talking to them and they were like, you're haunted. Watch yourself. He's going to get you. He wants you. Like,
Oh
I was
wow.
like, what the heck kind of EVPs are these? Like, are they
yeah,
talking to
Wow.
me? And they were really like, all the EVPs were like, he's gonna get
Scary.
you. He wants you. Watch your body. He's gonna get you. You're haunted.
Wow.
And I was like, whoa. The next day after that investigation, I went into a non-paranormal. I'm like, I gotta. Went into a non-paranormal. I don't smoke weed or anything like that, but I went to like a 420 stream because I was just like,
Right.
I don't know what I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna go in here. My friend is doing a 420 stream. Let me, just go here. And her and her husband are talking, and all of a sudden, I feel something dripping down my leg, and I look, and it's blood, and I wipe the blood, and as I wipe the blood is on my hand, and I look down after I wipe this blood, right, and it's a scab already, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, wow.
Damn.
And again, it's happening, and now it's happening all over my leg, and I'm
Oh,
flipping out.
wow.
And I wrote in the chat because I didn't know what the heck was going on. I wrote in the chat. I don't know what's going on, but so I wrote what was happening, and the husband was like, "You need to go to a doctor," and I was
Wow.
like, "What are you?"
I need an
I was like,
exorcist, not a bloody doctor.
I'm like, okay, and Tammy, you guys must know her, Tammy Burgess.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah.
She was in that chat, and she said to me, "Get out of the chat. Put on your StreamYard. I'm gonna get Danny, and Danny's gonna come help you
Right.
because you need help."
Right.
And I'm like, okay. And she got Danny, and Danny sent me a link, and we got on the StreamYard. And as soon as I got on the StreamYard, I could barely talk at that point. I was like half
Oh, no
hysterical, because I'm like literally physically being attacked now. I don't know what the heck is going on, and I can't think straight. And Danny
Wow.
comes on and goes, show me the room. So I spin, around the camera so he can see whatever he wanted to see. At that point, I didn't even know. And then he was like, "Shut up!" And then, like, my head cleared up a little bit. The spirit was screaming
Oh, wow.
to try to, like, I couldn't hear it with my
Yes, yes.
ears, but just it was messing with my mind.
Confusing you and
Wow.
Yeah, and yeah, Astro came, and Danny, the prayers and get rid of it, because yeah, it was bad. But all I remember
Wow.
was blood all over me and scabs.
Wow.
The cuts were like healing as they were happening. It was crazy.
Insane.
see, and
So-
people don't. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. Let me just say really quick. People ain't got a clue that stuff like that actually happened.
So how can that happen though? That it's as quick as it's. Is it because spirits not got any sense of time? Is that got something to do with it?
I don't. He was like a month with me, and the spirits were trying to warn me. But I guess he was getting more and more, I don't know, annoyed or whatever with me. I don't freaking know. Like,
Yeah, he
because I
wanted you to
didn't-
turn
I
on a
didn't-
box and sit and talk to him. That's what he
I was
wanted.
talking to the other spirits. I wasn't talking to him. I didn't know
Yeah.
he followed me. I did not know he was there. I didn't know it was the same guy from that street. I didn't know all that,
Yeah.
And I really, at that point, was just like doing my spirit box and stuff. I really wasn't like really big on all like the pendulums.
No,
and
because
doing
you
all
know what
this
he was
stuff.
trying to do? He was trying to slowly drive you insane, just not showing himself. It was the other spirits that were trying to warn you.
The other spirits were trying to warn me. I had so much protection at that time. He couldn't technically like attach to me or anything, but
Right.
was gonna do whatever he could
Wow.
to attack me, and that's why people were saying that that's probably why it was healing, because the spirits were trying to protect me, the other spirit, as he was doing it, and that's why they were healing and not
Wow, that's
staying
amazing.
bleeding. I don't know. I had a lot of protectors that day. Yeah.
Yeah. So as
Yeah,
quick as you were
because-
being flashed, they were
yeah.
healing you. That's
And
amazing.
people don't realize how spirits can pull you down, pull little bit at a time until they get control of you. And then you start thinking you're going crazy. And then that's when they move in, and then they not move in like move into your house, but move into your soul, your body, and then that's how they control you to do things that you would not normally ever think about doing in a lifetime. But they work on you little at a time, and people think, oh, that's my imagination. Oh, I thought I saw that over there, and it's not there no more. It's over here. Or I think I saw something in the corner of my eye that it's not there. They doubt themselves so much, and it's easier for those spirits to start making their move at that time because you're not thinking clearly, and people have to understand that how a lot of them work. I'm talking about a lot of the evil doers. I should say.
And I just want to give everyone in the chat a little piece of advice. It's not that expensive. Get yourself a piece of this. You can get them on Etsy, $5-6. They're little.
What do you have, tourmaline? I can't tell.
It is called a starulite.
Oh, okay.
Starulite.
Okay,
A starulite, and it helps not get attachment. And
Is that a black stone?
It is like a rock almost.
Well,
You can't see it, but it's almost like a rock that looks like a cross.
See, black tourmaline's the same way. It helps where spirits don't attach
I have
to
black
you.
tourmaline. But black tourmaline, if you wear it on you, especially on your neck, which is the easiest for me to wear, my protection, it messes with your chakra, your heart chakra. So you really shouldn't wear tourmaline on your neck, I have tourmaline on my keychains. I have it, in my go bags. I have that everywhere because tourmaline really is good.
Yeah.
But this is a must have. Starulite, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll spell it for you guys.
Yeah, type it into the thing. Drew, I hit all comments. So when we go off, will these comments stay in the live when it comes out on YouTube? Because I put all comments.
Yeah, it should. Yes.
Okay. So maybe Christina, you can put in the comments too.
Yes, it'll be in the comments. It usually takes 24 hours to process the comments, but it'll be up tomorrow, the comments.
Okay, I wondered about that because I was like, there was one that I checked right afterwards and it wasn't there, and I was like, well, Drew said it would be there, but I never went back to look.
Hours to process it. Yeah, I used to get confused with that as well. I was like, oh, but yeah, it comes up.
And it's funny, the reason I started wearing this, well, besides the fact that a shaman told me you're messing with your aura by wearing all this black stuff on your neck. So I had to change what I was wearing on my neck. But I had a little bottle with a whole bunch of tourmaline pieces. And I went on an investigation with James the Fam and Chelsea Luna.
Right.
And we went to that park in we went to a park in Manhattan. My God, the name is escaping me right now. But we went to a park in Manhattan. I have a video on it. And I wore this tourmaline necklace. And we heard a noise, and we heard something running towards us. And we all ran to it, thinking there was something there.
Yeah.
It got caught in my tourmaline necklace. I told you my boyfriend could see auras, right? When I got home, he was like, took my necklace. He's like, what do you have in there? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you have someone in there.
Oh no!
Thing was trying to attach to me, and he ran, and he got caught in my tourmaline necklace. So now I'm like, but then when the shaman told me you can't wear the black tourmaline on your neck, it's messing with your whole chakras. I was like, crap, I need something else. So I did a lot of research, and that's where we found the starulite.
But if you think about it, that tourmaline did stop it from attaching to you.
It did.
It caught it right there and held it right there, in it.
Yeah, but if have anything, I would have really been in trouble. So definitely
Yeah,
wear something.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But like I
yeah,
said, I didn't want to mess with my chakras. I was trying to open my third eye, and I wanted
Yeah.
something that was,
yeah.
that
I
was. And they said the spirits swear by this, so that's who told me.
Right.
So that's why I
Yeah.
wear
Well,
Wow.
that's good. I do wear tourmaline. I have it, and I wear it every time I go on an investigation. But I'll have to look into that also.
See,
Yeah,
I
I
had,
Uh,
never
I
I
used
never
to
take
have
it
my
off. It's not for
pentagram.
investigations, for always, so you don't get an
Yeah.
attachment. Like I said, my worst spirit that I took home, I was doing
Yeah.
a historical
Onyx, I
blog. I
think.
was doing nothing paranormal. So they don't care who you are. They're coming after you, whether you do
Yeah.
paranormal or you don't.
What?
and I am going to even take a picture of that so I can research that also.
Yeah.
There, and I don't have to wait for the video comments to come out.
Yes.
I just took a picture of it.
Ah,
Was
Dobbies, I have
oh, it's
a
amethyst.
live stream of Central Park, like I don't know, almost 3 hours, where you can see all of Central Park in Manhattan. Um,
Right.
yeah, I have. So if you're interested to see it, you could at least, see Central Park a little live and listen to my
Oh,
gossip.
definitely check her channel out, guys. There's great videos there, even crafting stuff and everything on Christina's channel. It's amazing. You watch it for hours. I binged watched it for about 3 days.
Well, and
And,
also
and I
Drew, she
try
said,
really hard to put either a little 3-minute craft video or something, and a short every day.
Yeah,
So I'm yeah, trying hard. So you
definitely,
should
guys.
you hear from me every day a little something.
and see, Drew also has her other channel, True, and where and she does like tarot readings and stuff like that. So
Yeah, my
if anybody
broomstick.
needs any tarot readings, hit Drew up because
Definitely, guys.
and she doesn't charge. She charges, but she doesn't charge a whole lot. So it's very very reasonable. So if you want to read it, hit her up on it.
Thanks, guys.
So.
Thank you.
So, what else can you tell us? Do you have any other stories? It's very interesting what you're telling us
Yeah, I
because this
love
stuff
hip
I ain't
stories.
ever heard of before.
Yeah, I love hip
Yes.
stories.
Something else interesting. Hmm. Well,
Spooky.
I
Yeah.
the most interesting things to me, I have to say about the paranormal is how enlightened the spirit can really make you. Like I went to this little park. It in my I have a short of it. I have the full video. I think I put it in my 30-second opener if you look on my channel. And there's this black mist. I'm in a like a it's it it was Halloween day, and I was in like what do you call those things? Tennis. I was in like a little tennis field near the school,
Right.
and this big black spirit came down,
Oh.
came right up to the you know,
Oh,
and I was like, oh. So the reason why I went to that spot, funny enough, I was just walking around like I do, doing like just like, hey guys, look at my town kind of thing. And I heard a disembodied voice. So I went there and I did a spirit box, and I asked the spirit, what was this place before? Was this something else? And they said it was the Green Yard Slave House.
oh wow.
And I said, oh, I can't find anything because to me, the fact that we think we know our history, but we don't because the
Yeah.
government hides it all. They didn't want you to know that there was all
Yeah.
these slave houses in Long Island, so they didn't tell
Exactly. Yeah, I
you
feel that
might
about Scotland.
find it.
Yep.
And I ran into a lot of that. There was a lot of slave houses on Long Island. That there's, and maybe it was before they kept records or whatever. But so they told me it was the Green Yard Slave House. I was super excited. So I went back there to ask them more questions after I listened to my EVPs back. And that's when I caught that black spirit. Um, and I was like, sometimes it takes, to me, the most interesting is that I can't believe how many spirits there are all over the place. It was like the scope
Yeah.
of what I thought paranormal was totally changed with one video, you know? And so the scope of it changed for me because now I know it's like there's more of them than there is of us. It
Yeah.
really is, you know? And they're just
Yeah.
walking around
People don't know that.
and we don't know this.
See,
Right.
I'm a believer, but I've never seen anything that I can say, oh wow, yeah, except for in
I
my shower, but I call that more a spiritual awakening than seeing a spirit. I've never seen anything yet I can actually go, oh wow, I just
They're
seen that,
around everywhere, in cars, walking across the street, going up elevators, looking out windows, in the
Yep.
shopping malls, in the stores, and people don't have a clue. People will be walking, and a
walking
spirit will
right
be
through them.
walking with them. Yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing to see
No,
it. But they only, like me, I can see all of them if they want me to see them, which,
Right.
unless they're trying to hide from me, I can see them. And some of them do try to hide from me, but most of them I can see like that. Yeah, they're everywhere. People ain't got a clue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It and until you start doing it, and like I said, I can't see them. But from doing this and just realizing, talking to them and turning on the spirit box and then realizing all this stuff, and like I said, the history is hidden. Like the park that
Yeah.
I lived at was also a slave house. I had 3 spirits in my house when I moved in there. No, 3, 4, 5.
Uh-huh.
4 was from the fire that happened on the slave house where the slave owner and his wife and their friend and brother-in-law or something was killed. And
Right.
the other one was from the 80s, who he actually lived in my trailer and he died from an illness, but he was a killer. Like, and these 5
Yeah.
ghosts were there when I moved in. You
Uh-huh.
know? And it's different layers of them because it's different times, different. It's like you don't even like,
You just
you
need to
know.
tune in a little bit more and you go to a different level.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane and elemental. Then you have like the
So where's your
elemental
favourite place
the other.
then to go?
I was just
You
gonna ask that. She beat me
right?
to it.
Maybe I read your mind. Maybe I'm getting gifts.
My
Where's your favourite type
favorite
of place to go?
place to go really was like it's Pilgrim State. It's a big mental hospital. Most of it's still in use. Some of it is not. Then behind Pilgrim State is a big, humongous graveyard with 10,000 bodies at least that are not marked.
Wow. That
That
would
are
be my
not marked.
favourite
There's
place.
no markers, nothing, because when the um what do you call it, the psychiatric hospital wanted to take over, they
Yeah.
cleared
Right.
everything. So, but they left the body. So
Yeah.
it was an old burial ground. And then when people started to die, like from pandemics and stuff, they just buried them there. No
Yeah.
grave markers, nothing.
Yep, throw them in.
Mhm.
That's
Yep, they're just
behind
throwing them
Pilgrim
in.
State. And then on the other side is Edgewood Preserve, where the other hospital was knocked down. So
Right.
it's one big, humongous paranormal
Yeah.
nightmare, basically,
Right.
if you're not ready for it, you know?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. That's amazing,
Yeah.
isn't it?
So have you got to go in and cleanse people's houses and stuff like that and videotaped it?
I have not, nobody has asked me to cleanse their house. My aunt and I, like my aunt asked me, like, oh, I have this, I feel like it's a bad spirit or whatever in the house, what should we do? And um, we had to actually ask Danny, I'm like, this is what the spirit's doing and this and that. Like, what kind of spirit you think it is? Can I just use sage? Because the sage didn't work, so I need something else. And then he
Yeah.
said, it sounds like this spirit, which is another thing I didn't know. I didn't know that different kinds of spirits need different kinds of cleansing.
Yeah.
And I had to go
Thank you,
all
Kyle,
into
for
that.
coming in.
Like, it's like a whole big to do. And I
It
was
is,
like,
isn't it?
Yeah.
who knew all this? How do you have time to
Yeah, I know.
learn all of this? Like, I would have had to start when I was born.
Yeah, exactly. I've
You
just
know, almost, you know.
I've not even done an inside investigation yet. I mean, I'm still a baby investigator, definitely. You know?
Well,
Yes.
I say that too. Like the spirits say, I'm something. I'm like a medium,
Yeah.
and they're like, yeah, like a medium, but something else.
A communicator or
So I
something.
don't know exactly what my title is, but I asked them different
Yeah.
things, and they're like, oh yeah, yeah. So I'm like, it's yeah, yeah, all of them together. What is that? Like, what is that?
Well, when you
What
say
what do you
when
call me? But they
Mhm.
can't write it, you know. So it's
Yeah.
like I have to figure out what you call me.
well, when you
Um,
say paranormal investigator, pretty much that kind of covers a big chunk of the majority of the things,
Yeah.
But
yeah, but you know, if you kind of know, like I didn't know what kind of investigator I was. You know,
Yeah.
I started. I kind of just thought, hey, I'm just like an interested party in the paranormal for my own
Yeah.
self.
Yeah, I get
Then
it.
I decided, no, I have to help these babies. So then
Mhm.
I said, no, I got to cross over all these. And then once I started crossing them over, I'm like, should I be doing something else too?
You're just on your
Like
journey,
I guess
that's
if I had
all.
like a title, I'd know what I was supposed to do. You
Yeah.
know, like
you know
I
how to
think
fix
you've just
that.
to gradually see what comes up.
All
yeah,
you have to do is investigate Danny, and there's so many sides of him. You will be a professional after that.
yeah.
Yeah. See, I started off first. I used to do a lot of house cleansings, and I never videotaped them. Never even crossed my mind. And
Yeah.
then just not too long ago, when was people was asking me if I had a YouTube channel, that's the only reason I had really started, getting into it and doing that. But I always tell people if they want me to cleanse it now, I get them to sign a paper stating that I'm documenting, trying to get the information, and they're signing over that I can put it out on
Right. That's a
on
good idea.
YouTube.
Yeah.
But that way they can't. That way you can't do it, and then them change their mind, and then have some
Yeah.
legal stuff come up later. After you've already done everything, and
Yeah,
Right.
you need to think of things like
you
that.
actually have permission to show it on YouTube what you
Right.
documented, what you found out.
Yeah, definitely.
So
I'll need to remember
Right.
that.
Yeah. I was telling someone else today. I said, no. They're like, oh, I don't know if I can video because this is a work site I'm at, and I'm like, well, don't say where you're at. Don't post the location,
hmm
and video. You can video something or do EVP
Yeah, you don't need to show the name
with
and
the
things.
light
Uh-huh.
really dim so they don't see where you are. You don't
yeah,
have
Yeah.
to
yeah.
like
Well, they don't have to be on
show,
camera to begin with, because that's what I tell them. If you want to talk on camera and tell your experiences before we start an investigation, I'm all for it. But if you're uncomfortable with it, you don't want your name, you don't want your face out there, we don't have to put you on camera or anything. We will just say what we were told, what's going on, and what you want us to find out. So
Okay,
Sherry's
sir.
Sherry's in the in the chat. So she's still trying to. Her poor phone is just
Yeah.
going crazy on her.
Come back
that.
and let
That's
me
what I was
know.
saying the other day. I go, gosh, I need a new charger. If I move the charger a certain way, the phone doesn't charge. So if you don't see that it's not charging, you move the cord a little, you're stuck with a phone with no
Exactly.
battery.
Yeah, yeah. I even when I'm back here, I have my phone charging. I'm back here, but because the one in the front room, me and Lee, we just keep switching. How much charge you got? How much charge you got? And we just keep swapping it back and forth and make sure that they both
I use my
stay
power bank when I'm
charged.
downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Bren
do you
Bren
have
has
any plans on another
I was going to
investigation
ask you
soon?
that.
See, we're on the same
well,
thing.
before we get to that, I want to answer Bren has a question.
Where?
Bren
Oh,
asked,
okay. Sorry. Let me bring it up here too.
oh, that's
Okay.
okay. When you find out about a place that is haunted, do you ever approach the people to be able to investigate the place? I did one time, and usually if it's a place that like a person owns and you have to ask like permission to like film and stuff, I kind of stay away from it. And when it's dark, I'll do like a little outside investigation or something because I did one time. A woman owned a, it's on my YouTube channel. I put up the video, even though what stress I had. I did a little video because the woman who owned the place with her son said that she um saw like an Indian walk through the wall. I was like, whoa, okay. I'm like, and so it was like during the pandemic and they really weren't doing too much business. And I was like, hey, can I video after closing time while you're cleaning up a little bit? Because she would, ask about the Indian or whatever, that your mother saw. And he's like, okay. So I went there. I did a little investigation. I did some spirit rods, and they told me some stuff, and I wrote it down. And I you know, edited the video and everything. And then I went to the guy and I'm like, hey, do you know any of these names? I think they're like related to you or something, maybe, or related to the last, maybe owners or something. You know, he got so upset. Like he was like flipping out, right? The next time I went just to get lunch, it was like a food place. The mother was like, oh, don't talk to my son about the ghost because he's upset. And I'm like, what's wrong with you people? Like, I asked you, you let me film, you told your stories about the spirits.
Yeah.
Is there something wrong with you people? I'm like, no. Unless it's like a place that you pay for that does paranormal, I don't think I want to do that anymore because I haven't gone back to that place. They had great lunch, but I won't go. I'm all like afraid those crazy people,
They wanted to know what was there, but you were to keep it to yourself.
So I actually, when they were closed, did a little investigation outside, and across the way is like the elementary school, and I caught a teacher that asked me about math or something, and yeah, so the place itself, like I said, at any place you go in Long Island's haunted anyway, so it doesn't matter if I was standing in front of that place or across the street, but so it was okay, but I'm gonna try not to, like I said, ask a private person to like investigate because I think they're like,
can anybody hear a voice?
I don't want any problems. That is mystical something there because when I first got on,
Mystical's Woody Woodpecker's back, but there is. I thought I could hear a voice.
The Woody Woodpecker, yes.
Woody's back. Also, but maybe it is just a vibration.
Sometimes I do a dance.
Yeah, just dance, and it usually comes back. No problem.
Did it go away?
Yes.
Where's?
No.
Oh,
yes. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay, I was gonna say, where's Phoenix? Phoenix always tells me Woody's back.
Yeah, Woody's back.
It used to be that I could just like, I'm not gonna wiggle, but if I just wiggled it stopped. And then sometimes I just like take it off and wiggle it.
Yeah.
So we haven't figured if it's in here or if it's the plug back there or what it is. Dobby Socks has gone at the moment.
Yes.
It's gone from
okay,
there.
now, sorry, we answered Bren's question. Now you guys had a question.
Oh, I done forgot I'm old and forgetful.
You both said at the same time. I was like, hold that thought.
What have you got coming up?
That's that
was it. Where are you going next?
Well, I actually was thinking of an idea for like a new little series. Like I was thinking maybe like how many murders there have been in New York.
Yeah.
And I was thinking maybe like, I'd look up like these cases,
That would be interesting.
I'd go to where it was.
Yeah.
I see the place, like maybe it was like a hotel, maybe it was a store, maybe it was just a house, like in Manhattan, like a brownstone in the Bronx. I would go there and like tell their story, like I did with the white lady.
That would be amazing, Christina.
So it was like a story, but you can actually see the place, and
yeah,
who knows if we'll be able to talk to the spirit that is famous for passing away there, So that's kind of thinking of something like that.
That'd be good.
Yeah. Drew, are you fixing to go somewhere too on since it's starting to get warm, or are you just going to?
Yes. Actually, I have now started. Dobby has now became a member as well, so thank you, Dobby, for joining up for my membership. So now that the weather is getting better in Scotland, guys, I'm going to be starting going out with little vlogs into the woods and just doing little things, probably going down to Lovers Lane and different things. So yeah, definitely got things planned coming up for just locally at first, and then I'm sure Christopher's talking about next week. I'm not sure if he means this weekend or next weekend. We're going to start filming the castles that's around us again, so definitely keep an eye out. I'm looking forward to it.
All right.
Exciting.
So go ahead and tell while I have you on here. Go ahead and tell about since you're monetized now. You know that you're doing your deal where they can like pay
Yeah,
to.
what it
Oh,
is,
the
it's a
membership.
membership.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a membership every month, and it's either $5 or £5. And I'm going to start doing like little vlogs there, my local area, and tell you a bit more about myself for the people that don't know me. Just really get to know me behind the scenes a little bit more. I'll be on the members, and I'll share a little bit more of my witchy stuff and things on there as well. And also, you'll be entitled to a tarot reading. So
Oh,
yeah,
see, there you
definitely
go.
look out.
Are
And
you
the
mon?
merch is up and running, and the merch is looking beautiful. I love it. Nice
All
Ah,
and clear.
righty, all righty. Christina, are you monetized?
no.
Okay, me either. I'm not
Been
there
trying
yet
for
either.
years and years now. And then when they said they were going to monetize the shorts, I've
Yeah.
done a short every day for 3 months, trying
So
to
you
see if
got
I
5 million yet?
can push that. You need 10 million
Oh, 10 million. I was thinking five
views
million.
in 3 months. Yeah, yeah, 10,000 views in. No, is it 10,000? Yeah, I'm pretty sure 10,000 views in 3 months or something. And I have 8,400 short views.
Right.
So I'm not that far off. Like when
Yep.
you think
Yeah.
No.
about it,
No.
I
I'm
get
No.
giving
over the
you
It's
a little
shorts and
picture.
it's something somebody wants to watch, you
it's
know.
millions though. It's millions, isn't it? Like 5 million you have to have. Okay,
You
I can
see
look
with
it
the
up right
Wait,
here.
shorts,
Give
look
me a
at it.
minute.
Look at
Let
see
me
with
look
the
at it.
shorts, it's all down to the tagging. So just
Wait, I think I'll look
try
at
and keep
YouTube
tagging.
Studio should tell you.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
all to
I
do
can
with the
tell you.
tagging.
Okay, for the of course we know that the subscribers has to be 500. The public watch
500? That
hours.
must be in your place.
I mean not 500. 1,000.
1,000. Yeah.
Yeah, 1,000. The watch hours has to be 4,000, and the
Oh, yeah,
public
10 million.
shorts 10 million.
Okay, so I'm at
Wow.
I'm at 8,600. So got a long way to go there. We're only at 332 public watch time hours, but I have enough subscribers. I've had enough subscribers for 5 years now, but
Yeah.
yeah,
They watch hours.
the watch time hours never go up. But since I've actually been doing the short, the watch time hours and the views have been going up, and I've gotten more subscribers. Like my subscribers
Yeah.
stuck,
Because they
but once I
didn't used
started
to
doing
let
the
you get the views
shorts,
for the shorts, but now they let you get the views for the shorts, so that's good. If you just
maybe
hang
they'll let
around,
me get monetized for the shorts. I don't know. I'm trying, guys.
no.
Really
They'll
trying.
definitely
If
push
you
you
want to
out,
watch a whole
Christina.
bunch of crafting shorts, just hit my shorts button and a whole bunch of crafting shorts. They're 1 minute. You don't really have to watch it. Go to the bathroom and do whatever
But
while
it's
it's playing.
interesting. I'll watch them as well.
Even if
Definitely
there's
watch them,
50 of
guys.
them, it's not even an
Yeah.
hour.
Okay, but okay now.
Even if you want to go live sometime, let us know and we'll come up and we'll come up live with you and things, and that'll help you get your hours up. We don't mind. I
Yeah,
don't mind.
Yeah,
because
now that I have my own place, I said I'm going to go live. And
Yes.
I've been so busy. My grandmother, 94, broke her hip twice. God bless her.
Wow.
So I was busy with that. I finally fixed the backyard so we could be able to go live in the backyard now.
Right.
So that'd be good because my son's here. I don't want to annoy him always going live in the house too. So I
Yeah.
said, no, I can go outside now because it's going to be warmer. I
That'll be
put a
warmer.
gazebo, so even if it drizzles, I
Yeah.
can still be inside doing my live stream.
Brilliant. I love
I
people
just
going
need to
live.
get
I
a
love
big
that.
waterproof cord so I can charge my phone and be all set to do lives outside. And
Get a
Okay.
power
I do a
bank.
lot. I do card readings, I do charm readings, I tell
You
stories,
could
I
get a
play
power
games.
bank. Get a power bank with the two portals on it, and then one's for your phone, and one can be for your spirit box or whatever.
Yeah, but the thing is, from outside, from where the gazebo is to where the
Yeah.
plug is, I need a big, long outdoor extension cord. So if it
Well, get
rains or something, it won't matter. My cord, the
But if
extension
you
cord
get
will
a
be good.
power bank, you charge the power bank and then you just set the power bank beside you. You don't need a
The
cord.
power bank only gives you, I think, like my lives when I used to do them, 8 hours,
Yeah.
10 hours. I could go, boy. Sometimes I do 12
That's
hours.
my power bank.
I need more than that power bank. It's 3 hours of regular phone, between 2 and 3
Right.
hours of regular phone battery. My phone does, and then you had okay. I have, let's see, the power bank might give you an hour. So then it's
My
like
ones
four
are quite
hours.
good
Then you're
though.
like,
That's
shoot,
a
where
good
do I
one.
plug in my phone?
The Goodman's ones are quite good though. That actually will keep my main big camera going when I'm out investigating for ages, and it does my light as well. It's a Goodman's one. It's a really good one.
I got a new one that someone highly recommended who goes camping a lot. And
Yeah.
it's like outdoor gear for campers, and they have a
Yeah.
power bank that's waterproof and everything else.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna charge it and see how long I can get with. Like I'm gonna leave my phone like on like 10%. I'm gonna
Yeah.
plug this in and see how long
See
it
if
will
it
last
works.
with
Right.
just that, power bank. See
Because the
how
Okay.
more
long I
people that go
have,
live, the merrier.
Okay.
The more
So,
people that go live, the merrier, I think.
yeah. So correct me if I'm wrong. Drew, now that you're monetized, and in order for you to make money off of the ads that are playing during your shows, your videos, don't we have to watch at so much time on every ad? Because if you're on and an ad comes up and we just click to skip it, you don't make any money off of it, right? We have to
right?
watch it for a while.
Yeah.
So I wanted to tell everybody, for any of us sisters that are in here, that's trying to back each other up, whenever we go monetize, like Drew right now is monetized, if you could please, when those ads come up, just watch through them. Even if you don't watch it, lay your phone down, do what you need to real quick, and then when it's over, come back and start watching Drew again.
Yeah.
But
Thank
that
you.
way, she can, she can make some money off of it. It's so
Yeah.
hard to try to do this.
It's
We all want
crazy.
to make, yeah, we all want to make money, and some people that say I'm not doing it for the money. Hey, I'll make as much money as I can because it's going to go back into my paranormal, into my workings, into stuff that I need
Yeah.
to buy to show people how to do things. So if everybody can do that, watch the ads through. Just like if I'm playing a game and it keeps popping up these ads, these stupid ads, I lay the
Yeah.
phone down and I'll run, grab me something to drink or grab something, make a sandwich or something real quick, and then come back and then start again. We can do the
Yeah.
same thing with Drew's channel, but Woody's back, so we can.
There
so
you
we
go.
can,
Continue.
so we can get her to make some money off of those
Yeah, I know
ads.
it's crazy. I mean, it's
Yeah.
still that, guys. You put in an effort and things, and you realise to yourself, it really isn't worth it if you don't get people it's not even just watching the ads. You can skip them, and I think you earn like 17p or something. I don't know what it is, 1p or something on the 1,000. But
Well,
it's just
I was crazy with all the ads
right.
before I even before I started my YouTube channel. I didn't even know what it was. I hate ads, so I
Yeah,
bought the premium.
yeah,
And I've had the premium all this time. So everybody, some the time they tell me about the ads, and I'm like, am I screwing people? But they're like, no, my premium
yeah. You
goes
get
towards your.
yeah. Everybody
As soon
gets,
as
I
I
think,
click on your
5 cents
video,
or
my
something.
premium membership goes towards your ad time, so I don't have to watch the ads, and you're still getting money. And I was like, that's good.
Yeah, that's actually a great way to support every
Everybody.
channel that you love. it's actually better off if you buy premium, because for every premium member that watches your channel, I think you get 5 cents or something
Yeah.
for
Okay.
that
Something
person.
giving you right. So,
Yeah,
and it's everywhere I go on YouTube because I
yeah,
have
you're
premium
supporting
membership.
everybody. Yeah,
I
that's
missed
right.
Christina's statement. Can you repeat it? I was trying to get rid of Woody.
Oh, I said I have
Oh,
premium. So every time I go to anybody, even though I'm not seeing any ads at all, the premium gives the the person I'm watching their
yeah,
money for their ads. So
yeah.
Oh,
Premium.
really?
yeah.
Yeah, a couple of cents. It comes up at the bottom. It'll tell you watchable ads, skippable ads, whatever, and then it comes up people that watched your videos or lives with premium, and you usually get about 5 cents or something within the month. So whenever somebody, I think it'll probably be like 2 cents or something every video that somebody watches that's
Hey,
got
Colin.
premium. Yeah. So it's a great way to support everybody. Then really, it's just to buy the premium ship.
Yeah. No, and it really does. It really does, like, because otherwise you're just watching ads. I want to help everybody. Let me watch every ad. You'll go insane. Like you
Yeah,
really will.
exactly.
You
Yeah,
know?
I know. But guys, I just support you even watching to the end of the videos, because that really does help as well. It helps YouTube see that people are watching the videos, and therefore they do start promoting them more and more. That's what they look at, is all the analytics. If people are watching right through, or if people's skipping it all the time, or if people are watching for like a minute and then turning it off. That is more important than actually watching the ads, because then that gets you more viewers, because people are therefore getting, it's therefore going up on people's notifications more, if you know what I mean. But
Oh,
any
okay.
support you give me, guys, is well appreciated.
So do
Welcome,
they?
Colin.
So do they have to watch the whole ad, or is there a certain link that they can watch and then go, okay, take it off?
You can skip them, yeah. You can see the ones that come up that you can skip. You get paid on them. You do get paid on the ones that comes up. It comes up skippable ads, and you do still earn so much on them. So
So
I don't.
the ones that says skip, you need to watch the ad. We need to watch the ad so you can get money for them.
You get more money if you don't skip it. But as
Oh,
far as I'm led to believe, even if you skip it, if you press the skip, I get so much money. It's not the full amount you would get if you watched the full ad, but some of the ads will go up to 2 minutes. That's the only thing. Some of that, I always watch the ones that go up to like 30 seconds and things like that. If I see that it goes up to like a minute, 2 minutes, I usually skip it. But yeah, you do earn so much on the ones until you skip it. It's not just as
okay.
much, but it's still
Oh,
something.
okay. Because I was thinking it was like 17 seconds or something like that you had to watch.
Yeah, it's something like that. I had that you actually get the full amount of amount of the ad for. So, say supposing you decide to not skip it and you want to give a little bit more of a view, to about 20 seconds, 17 to 20 seconds, I think roughly, you get a little bit more. The longer you stick with the ad, the more money the creator gets, is the way I'm led to believe it's the way it goes, you know? The longer you can watch the ads, more money you get,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
know?
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
so
don't need a lot
basically,
though.
if you have a second device, you just play your favorite person's playlist, one of their playlists, without watching it because you're doing your dishes, you're making dinner,
Yeah.
whatever. It's sitting there on your second device and you're doing whatever.
Yeah, I
Well,
was
You
doing
know,
that
and
for Uncle
it's good
Danny.
if they
We
need
have the big
watch time
laptop.
hours, if, you want
When
to
I had
help
the
them out.
laptop upstairs, I was doing that for Uncle Danny. I was running his channel, and I had done it for PWI, and I used to do it for Chris as well, try to help him get his watch hours up. So it's definitely something to think about, guys. All
yeah.
these little extra things
What
to help.
what I used to do, I don't do it no more now that Leah's home, because now I leave my phone in the front room with the volume turned down, because my phone 24/7 is going.
Right.
24/7. I don't care if it's on Etsy, eBay, Bakari, everybody's asking questions, everything. My phone's
Yeah.
always going. But when he wasn't here, I always had my phone in the bedroom with me in case he called. So what I would
Yeah.
do is I would put it, and I know like where y'all are at, it's hard because of the way you pay for your electricity, because
Yeah.
then the way that we have ours here, so it doesn't really affect the electricity part on how I do it here. But what I used to do is I would put it on like a say Twin Paranormal, for example. We'll just use that.
Yeah.
So I would put it on the playlist, and then I would just turn the volume down, and I would lay the phone down so the light wouldn't
Right.
keep me
That's
awake,
true.
and I would let it play all night long, you
Yeah.
know. And then that way all the ads would be still playing and everything
Yeah.
else, and I wouldn't even, hear it or anything like that. But
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll start
but
doing
I
that
don't do
because
it
your
no more
watch
since
hours
he's
are-
home.
How much
Mystical,
watch
can
hours have you got, Mystical? Or do you need more watch hours? Or are you nearly at your watch hours?
Oh yeah, mine's only a little bit over 1,000. It's like 1,200 and something.
Well,
I
need
got a
to start
ways.
running you as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I got a ways to go yet.
Mystical,
Yeah.
can you put your Etsy link in there for
Yeah,
me and for Dobie?
yeah. Well, it's also on every one of my videos, my regular videos. It's in the description box. My Etsy
okay.
link, my Etsy link is there. My eBay link is there. My Macari link is there. My PayPal link is there. All my links, my email, all of that is in the description. I don't think it comes out on the lives, but on my all my other stuff, it's on every single one of them.
Right.
So
Now, let me ask you a question. You said you sell some things on YouTube. You do a live and you sell them?
no, what I do is like a lot of times, like if I'm doing a working and I'm showing how to make a certain oil or something like that, and whatever I'm using in the working, I'll normally say, I also sell this on Etsy. I make it when people order it, so you can order it either off YouTube from me or you can find it in my Etsy shop, and do it that way. I have a lot of people sending me messages if they don't find certain things on Etsy. They'll ask me if I know how to make it, if I can make it, and if I can, then what I do is I can just sell it directly to them, like, okay, if they're going to order something and they message me on Etsy, the sale has to go through Etsy.
Right.
Yeah.
If they message me here on YouTube, then I can sell it to them directly through YouTube or on my
Yeah.
email or whatever. But a lot of times they want to message me on Etsy and then they want to come here, and I can't do it that
Can't
way
do
because I'll
that.
get shut down on Etsy,
Right.
because they don't want to lose their percentage of what they're
Right.
going to make on their sales.
Yeah.
But yeah, so a lot of, and I'll tell people to, even here, I'll say, if you're interested in knowing if I make a certain oil or a certain powder or whatever, or the Palo Santo
And our-
or the skulls,
Our
or
shop is very
all of
popular,
that.
guys. It's
I tell
actually
'em-
one of the 5-star
yeah.
shops.
I tell them, go on Etsy, look at what I have. If you find something you're interested in and you don't want to go through Etsy, don't message me on Etsy. Get my email address from my YouTube channel, message me, and then we can make the sale that way.
Yeah. And she
So-
showed you how to
Because
make
I
everything
was
as well.
thinking I was going to try to do Etsy, and then I'm like, I got to weigh everything. I got to get a scale. I'm like, this is too much like stress for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, but
So
see,
I was
and I don't.
thinking, I've seen people do like craft sales and stuff on YouTube. So I was thinking
Yeah.
maybe I could do like a live. Guys in the chat, let me know. Would you guys be
Yeah,
interested in watching like a live like sale kind of thing and get, because I have like about 5 million pendulums I need to sell. I have like
Definitely, Christina. And have you
all
got
sorts of things
StreamYard?
that I make and I sell, like these guys, my
I would,
you see?
definitely.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
This is it's a real like quartz in there. It's real pretty. But these
That's
are those,
nice.
yeah, I make them, they're like to
Lovely.
hang in the window, and they're sun catchers, and they're gorgeous, and they have different kind of healing crystals and powers in them.
You should
And I have
definitely
all my
do a live.
pendulums, and I have
live and
gnomes
record
and
it
wreaths and
See if you do a live and record it through StreamYard, you can then further go back in and take the recording and edit it so you can put it out on other platforms, and then you'll have all your prices and things.
oh, that's cool. We could try that. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
you can record
As
on.
long as you can ship it to me.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you
So
you
the
have to
only
have a lot of subscribers in order to sell live on Etsy, because then you're not gonna have hardly nobody coming in.
Right.
I see
Yeah.
a lot of them that do live sales, but Lord, they've got thousands upon thousands of.
TikTok is where you want to go for live
Yeah,
sales.
yeah.
TikTok.
For me, it
Yeah.
would never. Me now, I'll show like the witchy sculptures that Lee makes, and
Yeah.
I won't even be live. I'll show them and and say how much they are and everything, and then if they're interested, they can hit me up for it, and then I sell
Yeah.
those that
Oh,
way. So Dobby, if you look in my how-to videos, my oil videos, go to the playlist. My Etsy, the link is in every one of those ones.
Yeah, right down the
Um,
bottom, guys. Scroll right down.
oh
yeah,
yeah, because
'cause
I've been making all sorts of things. I make like
Definitely do that.
necklaces for protection, for love, for all this stuff. And lately I've been making, which I know Drew would like. I have these little witchy boxes.
Oh wow,
ah,
they're nice.
And in the
Oh,
witchy
beautiful.
box, in the little mint witchy box, you have everything you need to be an on the go witch. So each one is different, so I can customize, but you'll have like a homemade pendulum if you want a homemade pendulum. So
Oh
depending
wow.
on what you want in it would be different stuff.
Right.
I have your little
let's
bell.
see.
Oh wow. Like a little
Okay.
mini
I have
altar.
just for fun a little crystal ball.
Oh, that's nice.
And then you have some kind of healing crystal. You see a little healing crystal there.
Right.
Got a little evil eye, and then you got a coin that's yes or no coin in there. So you can,
That's
ask
amazing.
the
That's a neat
pendulum yes
idea.
or no and then flip it. This particular set has then witches runes, but some of them have tarot cards,
Little
so mini
divination.
tarot
Yeah.
cards. This one has,
Wow.
yeah, we have two little candles in here
Oh, look how cute they are.
and a little mini Ouija board. So this has everything you need.
That's
Want
amazing,
one,
isn't
Tina?
it?
This has everything you need. Now, like I said, instead of the witches' runes, you can have I have little mini tarot cards. And you could have one with or without a homemade pendulum.
Right. That's a
Because
good
the
idea,
pendulums
isn't
are a little
it?
more pricey because I make them. So
Yeah.
the ones with the
Uh-huh.
pendulums will be. I want to see if I have the one with the little cards.
It's the shipping though, isn't it, for the US to the UK? That's the only
there's
thing.
there's my Etsy shop
Oh,
link,
good. You have
Shipping wasn't
it's
so expensive. I'd be getting hundreds of things all the time.
and it's under the same name, Mystical Love and Light. Also, if
Yeah,
you're
I'd
looking
have
for
to check the
that.
shipping for you guys, but
Yeah.
you see,
Yeah.
See,
all of these have
I don't ship international from my
all of them
Etsy
have
stuff.
different ones, but it
Yeah.
all
eBay is
fits in
okay.
there.
Right.
You know, have everything you guys want. But I'm looking for
That's
my little
amazing.
mini tarot cards. I made so many, and I guess this one seems light. I had to sit there and cut all these mini. Here they are, tarot cards.
Oh, right. Cut them out.
So this one has all the mini tarot cards,
Oh, look
a
at how
whole,
cute they
a
are.
whole
Wow.
78 set.
They're
Okay,
amazing.
78
I need a
set, and this
magnifying
one
glass.
has black
Yeah.
black salt in it,
Right.
and it has the evil
I
eye,
thought it was going to be your
the
turtle.
coin, and everything. You still have your Ouija board. This one has the pendulum in there too.
That's a
And
nice one.
yeah, and like if you want to customize pendulum, we can do that. You still have your bell
Yeah.
and your candles.
Mhm.
That's cute,
So I've
isn't
been
it?
making those little on the go witchy sets. So if
Yeah.
anybody's interested in these, you can of course. I think in my about section you can get my email, and maybe it has like Twitter. It might have my Etsy. It might have all of them. Not
Yeah.
Etsy, Instagram. So you can like message me
Yeah, if any are
somewhere.
interested, make
But
sure
I,
you
I was
message us,
thinking I
guys.
really wanted to do like a live, like
I think that'd be good. Yeah, and if people can see everything that
yeah,
you've got.
Yeah. Phoenix. You're asking about Ontario, Canada. If it's not anything, if it's like, say, like the witchy sculptures, a candle, something like that, if I can, but if it's anything with powders or oils, I can't because of the herbs and the oils. They want to know when it goes through. Because doesn't Canada have customs? Also, does it go through customs from Canada? Okay.
Yeah, it goes through
So-
customs, but you can put like I've put like when I've sent things to Danny, like handmade item, handmade jewelry, and you put the powder in like a little bottle on a chain. They don't bother you. They really don't. Like, you know.
Okay,
And you
so
can say there's it, as long as it's not liquid, but powders you can do.
right.
You put
Okay,
them in a
'cause see,
necklace.
oh, I do make some necklaces that has the powder, different things in it, and I can customize it. But yeah, the oils is absolutely not because. But like you say, if it's in like a deal in a necklace, then I can just put necklace.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're getting-
I put
yeah.
hand jewelry and you can send
Okay.
anything. Yeah, because I've sent him a few things. Even like I sent him a toy. You're not supposed to send batteries. Batteries were in the toy.
Yeah,
I'm like,
because
no,
I won't
it's brand new in the. I said it's still in the package, but I opened the package up. It was like a bubble package. Just put the batteries in, close the package. It looked brand new. It says on it batteries not included, you know. So,
Yeah,
but I sent him batteries.
because
So
one of the
I've gotten around a little bit how to get stuff to
One of
Canada.
Check every parcel.
one of the places, I think it was Australia, that they wanted me to send one of the crystals that we dug up ourselves. One of the oh, what was it? Well, anyway, one of the crystals, and the post office said you can't send because it's considered a semi-precious stone. So I couldn't send it. So what I did was is I wrapped it like real cheapy, like a keychain on purpose. And I put it on there that it was a souvenir keychain, you know, from Tennessee. And I made it cheapy so if they opened it up and looked at it, they would think it was just something fake. And I sent it that way.
Good stuff.
But yeah, I know that I can't like
What did
oils
you
or
say?
nothing. Yeah, nothing
Oh,
like that.
I
but
put. Oh, Danny had a good idea. I put my gift as religious items, and they won't even open it.
All right.
really,
If you want to send holy water, is a liquid. So I guess if you put a religious item, how are they going to let you not send it? I guess.
I don't know. I wouldn't do the oils anyway because I'd be too scared they'd come after me.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, God forbid they spill all over the box.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have the post
Yeah.
office after you,
Well,
you know?
and then they say if you send anything like that and it spills on somebody else's box, you're liable for having to pay for the other boxes that it got on also.
Oh, are you right? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, be
I mean, if
careful
you were
then.
sending something to me, you could do it because you can
Yeah.
send and you could say I'm sending her
Yeah, 'cause
bath
you're in
oil as a
the-
gift. And
Yeah.
it's not coming through customs if you would send
Yeah.
it to me, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't know if Ontario, if Canada went through customers. See, like on his witchy sculptures, I just put on there doll. That's what I put, doll. And,
Yeah.
and it goes
Good
through. That's how I said. That's how I said Drew's doll.
Don't listen, little Freya. She doesn't mean it. You're not just a
That's what
little
we're gonna
doll.
have to start doing, right? Get little dolls off her Timu and cut them open and shove the liquid in and say,
Yeah. Because look, let me show you this. Just a second.
doll. Meanwhile, open the doll and there's all this like
Yeah, everything in
potions
it.
in there.
Probably scared, to be fair. I think it was a voodoo doll or something.
Oh god.
See, because look, he makes like.
Yeah.
Oh, adorable.
See.
They're amazing.
And
I
then he
love
makes
them.
it where it just goes up into the hand
I've got two.
and it
So cute.
sits like that.
That's a nice one. I really like that one as
Oh,
well.
she's a pretty witch.
Yeah, she's
See,
brilliant.
and he oh the price tag just fell off, and he signs them on the
Oh,
bottom.
nice. Mix it with the hard drying clay.
This is the polymer clay that he makes them with. See, like this one is $40 plus the shipping on it, but Yeah.
Yeah, she's lovely.
She have boobies. She have
Oh, you got
boobies.
boobies. The other one that you did was what
Yes.
was it? It was the
Meg,
big
have a
Medusa
very
with the
good night.
snake.
Thanks for coming, sweetheart. It's lovely always to
Oh,
see
I have to
you.
say go. Oh, bye, Meg.
Who's away?
So, so
Night, Meg.
bye, Meg. So yeah, whenever people buy these ones and because they've gone to South Africa, Australia, to the Scotland, all different places, and I always put them. I put them as a what I say is like a birthday doll. Is how I put it.
Right.
Yes.
They're amazing. I love them.
But
I've got a big one like that one, and I've got a little one.
yeah.
Little mystical, I call that one. Big one's little Freya.
Yep.
Ghost,
No,
insect,
I don't
do
have
what?
dolls, but I do have my little gnomes.
Oh,
Oh, see, Lee makes gnomes too.
I make
lovely.
these little guys out of socks and
So
stuff in them.
Oh,
Lee makes gnomes too, and he makes pixies. I'm looking at him up there.
things like that sell. People like
People
little
here
gnomes.
love gnomes. They
Uh-huh.
love them. I don't know
Yeah.
if you could tell. I started doing them. I just wanted to make one for a craft, and then like my friends like I want one, and this one
Yeah.
wanted one, so I made a whole bunch. I gave a lot as presents. Actually, I sent them to Danny's mom for Christmas.
Right.
She has a twin set, and she loves them. She has
Oh.
them in her
Here's
plants.
here's his little gnomes that he makes. Little miniature.
Oh yeah, but see, he makes
They're
them out of clay,
lovely.
and I have here's Grandpa
Yeah.
Oreo.
Yep.
There's
Cool
mine are
Okay.
stuffy
things.
like dolls.
And then here's the pixie.
Oh, that's a nice one. I like that.
Oh, that is nice.
Pixies.
I did I did make my witch one too. I made a
I
witch
don't
gnome. She has a
Oh, that's
broom and
nice.
everything.
Yep,
Wee
that's
witchy one.
cute. That is cute.
Yeah, you'll need to do a live and try and sell some of your stuff. That's amazing.
Yeah, because I don't have any more room in my barren house to tell you
Yeah.
the truth.
That's what I
For
keep
all this stuff.
that's what I keep telling him. I'm like, honey, I gotta do another video because every so often, like every 3 or 4 months, I'll do a video and put it on there. And then whatever
Oh, yeah.
sells, I'll just put a note on there and say numbers, number so and so sold or number so and so has a new home or something like
Oh.
that.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna
that
have to go. So
they
I have to
make
break
these
for Liam.
head things too, the head pieces.
Oh, they're
Oh, I
nice.
like that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that.
I don't
Cool.
I
know.
need to go.
So
I'm
far,
I'm
my
getting
best
a
friend
rainbow cake
has
for
bought
Liam.
the most, and she's given them as gifts and stuff. But she's like
Yeah, I would
my
do that.
biggest. Well, she sees everything first.
Well,
She
that's
doesn't
it.
do any paranormal stuff, but she has a gnome. She has 3 sun catchers. She has some of my macrame. She has a wreath. Oh, she has one of my little. I made her a mini one, like of my apocrypha.
Oh, my knees.
She has like all
Oh
like
yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
so. She has a mini one of this. Like these are my favorite things to make. I
Yep.
just don't know what you would do with them. Now this
Yeah.
one's just a fun candy one, but then I said, well, maybe I'll make one like this because it's a coffin, and
Mhm.
put like all
That's
protection
just a
stuff
rainbow
instead
cake
of
for
candy,
Liam.
like salt and stuff.
Yeah.
What do you got?
We didn't
there?
see it. We didn't see it, Drew. Do it again.
I have to cook a rainbow cake for Liam. He brought it up from my mum's.
Oh,
Four
cool.
Ooh.
different, one,
Cool.
2, 3, 4 different layers.
Cool.
Probably.
Wow.
Cool.
I
But
love
what
rainbow
about-
cookies.
But Christina, even if you don't want to go live and do that, you can do it how I do it. I sit it all out. I just do a video on them. I get it and I show all the sides. I put what number it is and how much it is, and then I do the next one. And then when I finish, then I upload it. Anybody wants one and they, whichever one sells, then I just put a note on there, whatever number sold. And then I do that like every so many months, which pretty much is coming up. I need to do another one, but that's kind of how I do it.
Oh, that's an
I don't
interesting.
have
didn't know
enough
how
subscribers to
YouTube
go.
felt about that kind of stuff, so I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, they don't. Yeah,
I've
they don't
seen
say
people do
nothing.
live ones, but I never seen people do a video one. But that's
Yeah, I
I've
do
seen
all my
people show
videos.
stuff like who have a store. Like I have a store. Here's where my store is located. Here's what I have in the store. These crystals. you know.
Yeah. Yeah, but I do that instead of going live because I don't have enough subscribers to go live. So I do it that way,
Mm.
and then that way, 2 months down the line, if somebody sees it and it's still available, then they can still purchase it.
Gotcha.
Can you not put that out on other platforms as well, your video, like Facebook and things as well, so people can look at it?
Yeah, I don't put too much stuff on Facebook. I just like go on Facebook if somebody
Yeah.
tags me, and I'll go on
Yeah.
there and look or something like that. I don't really put really too much stuff on there.
Facebook for me is like, okay, I get in touch with family, I'll share videos and stuff. But
Yeah.
See,
it,
that means well,
I
yeah,
don't
I don't really
know
like
that
it.
people really like buy stuff or watch anything on
Yeah.
YouTube because I have
Yeah.
like a handmade channel that I have a regular channel, my personal channel, my
Well, you
personal
do you
book,
put a lot
and then I
on
have like
Granny's
a
channel, don't
handmade
you?
goodies where I put all my crafting stuff.
Right,
Nobody even looks at it. Like, and
right.
I've shared
Yeah.
it a million times.
But
I
people
Yeah,
my
they
like
whole
don't.
live
family, I've
stuff,
sent it to.
that's it.
And
People
I
like
don't put
people that go
stuff on
live quick chat.
Marketplace too. There's so many scammers on
Yeah,
Marketplace.
Mark, I don't buy anything from
There's
Marketplace.
no repercussions for anybody that sells anything on Marketplace. You're just SOL if
Yeah,
if it's a scam.
yeah, I
Yeah,
So
wouldn't
I'd
do that.
rather kind of sell it to the subscribers anyway because it's all people I know, or like if they know somebody and they say, "Hey, I know you were in the market for a pendulum. Do you want,
Yeah,
you wanna,
hmm
my friend makes beautiful
just give
ones,
people about three,
and
4 weeks notice. That's what I would do. Just make sure you give them 3 or 4 weeks notice, and then they know that a sale's coming up, and they can keep money. If they get paid like 2 weeks before or something, they can say,
oh yeah,
"Oh, like Christine's live's coming up next week. I'll keep
hmm
like and see what I can get." Because that's a great
yeah,
way to support each other, isn't it? Especially
Yeah.
when you're in the same country.
yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and I have like some people that normally buy quite a few different ones from me, and they'll come up and they'll say, "Oh, I'm interested in so and so, but I don't get paid till Friday or something," and I'm like, "No problem. I'll put on there, sold or sell
Okay.
pending, or sell pending, and then when you get paid, let me know when you're fixing to send it through the PayPal, and then I'll send it because
Yeah.
what I do is since I have to ship it." If they're interested in it, I'll weigh it and everything, package it all up, and then get on the computer under pirate ship, and anything that I sell that doesn't go through a platform, I'll make the labels through pirate ship because it's a better price, and then I give them
Right.
that price of how much it's going to cost so they know exactly how much they got to pay. And then when it rolls through PayPal, then that's when I just ship it off because I've already got it boxed up and everything for them because I
Right.
have to box it up and everything because just one of these like these because with the fingers and stuff, I mean
Oh
you
yeah,
got to do
great.
some serious bubble
Yeah.
wrapping and stuff
Yeah.
on them. The one from Africa, it made it all the way to Africa, South Africa, and then she said she went to go pick it up. The lady before when she was getting it, she dropped it, and then she was
Oh,
like, Shireen was like, "Oh no!" But then when she got it home and unwrapped it, it was still all intact in
Oh, that is good.
one
wow.
piece. But you gotta wrap them so much, so I can't just take a wild guess how much the shipping is, because I have to make
Yeah.
sure it's wrapped so good, and that adds to the weight and stuff, but it's got to get there, in one
The one
piece.
she
So,
sent
Oh
me
yeah.
got to me perfect condition, and then my mic fell and cut her wee finger off, but I glued it back to the nail varnish. The nail varnish.
I said it made it all the way from here to there and didn't break, and then you broke it.
Yeah, and then I dropped my mic on it, and her wee finger broke off. But I put it back on with nail glue, and you can't even see the crack.
See, Lee
Perfect.
made one up here, and he purposely has the finger cut off where
Right.
where he did it on purpose, where she's got like
Yeah.
4 fingers on that hand or
I noticed
something
that.
like
That was
that.
funny.
Yeah.
You
Well,
gotta
we're
put the
going on.
mittens on them so that there's no fingers.
Yeah,
Well, we're
we
going.
could
We're
do.
already over 2 hours, so I guess we'll let you go, Christina. But listen, anytime if you know we're gonna be going on live or whatever, because I normally go Tuesdays. Drew's my co-host, always on Tuesdays on my channel. Sherry's been coming in with us, and then on Drew's, if she does them on Thursdays, I normally come in with her. So if we're gonna do one on Tuesday, for whatever, and you need the viewing hours, because now when you go to StreamYard, you can like do it to where you can also post it on your channel, right, Drew?
Yes, we
Yeah.
can now
So
Oh, well, Drew, you're going to have to teach me how to do that so they could be
yeah.
going
Yeah,
on
we'll
both
do.
channels and
See,
both of us get watch time.
I don't even know how to do that yet, but it come across because I have it clicked on where
Yeah, we've
the
not
other
done it yet. We'll
people,
figure it out together.
yeah,
We'll
can
figure
send
it
it
out.
to their own destinations. I don't know how to do it because Drew has to teach me everything.
I'll
So
figure. I'll do it and figure it out, and then I'll teach you guys. Okay, I'll figure it out first.
yeah, and then that
Yeah.
way we can, whenever we're on each other's channels, whether if we're on Sherry's channel, your channel, my channel, whoever's channels, Drew's channel, whoever, we can also have it where the destination also goes to ours.
The other
Also,
person.
we
That's an
just got to
amazing
figure it
idea.
out. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll
StreamYard
figure
just
it out.
started doing that, like, what, a month ago or something like that. We
Yeah,
just
it's
haven't
a good
figured it out
idea.
yet.
Any
Doggy says he
questions,
hates.
guys, before we go, or you want to say anything in the chat before we do go?
Well,
Like
I want to say thank you, everybody. Hello, Ghost Squad of Scotland. Thanks for joining us. I'm sorry
Welcome in,
we're kind of
Christopher.
getting out over here on you. Thank you so much for coming by. It was so lovely meeting the few people I did not know. So, Bren, it was nice meeting you. I think basically I kind of knew everyone else, but
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, Colin, I
We
did
have
not know.
got
So I think
Oslo,
Bren and
Scotland
Colin, it
tomorrow
was
night,
nice
guys.
meeting you
Remember,
guys.
come for that. We've got Neil Stories coming back tomorrow night on Ghost Squad Scotland.
Okay,
Can't
cool.
wait. Can't wait. Thank you, Christopher, for getting them back.
Okay, so I guess will end it here. Thank you everybody for coming in. Sorry we kept you for 2 hours, but we could keep you for 4 if you want to hang out there. I don't know, but no, to go.
Easily
Thank
done.
you so much, Colin and Bren.
Okay, so we're gonna end it here. Thank you everybody. Bye. Oh, and
Bye,
Colin also
guys.
says he's subbed to you. So, all right,
Colin's
bye.
a wee James, so he is.
And end. End.